what's up? My name is Jacqueline, and in today's video we are back with more Dragon Age Origins! In the last episode we finished with the Circle of Magi. We defeated Uldred, who was turning the mages into abominations. Unfortunately, we didn't save any of the mages. I didn't know how to do that, but now I do. I googled. Apparently every time he starts to say his, like, do you accept my offer, or whatever he says, you're supposed to use the Litany of Adralis or something, whatever it was called, the litany. I didn't know that, so I'm kind of mad. But, so we did defeat Uldred. Now we have the Templars recruited to our cause, and we made our way to Orzammar to recruit the dwarves. When we arrived, there was one of Loghain's men trying to recruit the dwarves themselves, and we killed him. Naturally, what else would we do? So we are now in Orzammar. We are going to try to convince the dwarves. The dwarves apparently are on the brink of a civil war. It is House of the Dragon up in here. They are fighting over who the successor to the throne is because the king died. So we're going to try to figure out what's going on. Maybe we'll help decide who's going to be king of the dwarves, and we'll see where it takes us. So let's get into the video. So
Trust follow, Warden. Your arrival is a mixed blessing. We prefer that outsiders not witness our infighting, but your presence will be tolerated.
Our presence will be tolerated. That's good. All right.
It is the Assembly who makes a king, and a king who nominates his successor. None of it is carried in the blood.
Or as now, when someone tries using the Assembly to pull a coup. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side?
I'll have you thrown in prison.
You've bitten off more than you can chew.
Handlers, separate these dashers in the Diamond Quarter. I will not have Balin incite a riot.
Do not speak that way about the man who should be king!
Oh! Oh! Oh, that guy's got no chill. Whoa. So that's the sun. So it... Oh, so it's not like House of the Dragon. They don't... The dwarves don't, go by bloodlines when it comes to kings. Alright. You talk to you?
Sir. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
The Blight is coming, and I need Orzammar's assistance.
Surface problems. Well, we have no king to hear you. You can join the shouting at the Assembly in the Diamond Quarter if you want. Bunch of Desher lords bickering over sand. Balin, Harrowmont. Is one so different? No paragons here.
Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones I want to talk
They've
to.
caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
Can a city function like
See,
this?
that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there. Sort this all out in a hurry.
What's the
Personal
proving?
battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate. The true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Can a city function like this?
Well enough, as I've said. Spend your coin if you want friends. Stand in the proving if you have enemies.
So Dulin Ferendor and someone else? Vartag Gavorn. How do you, where do I go? How do I get there? Oh, who's this?
I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
No, I don't think they do. What were you praying
My name
for?
is Hilda, widow of Turok of the Smith Caste. I pray here every day for my son, Rock. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
Safe return? Your son is
It
missing?
was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He
5
joined a deep roads
years?
excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Oh no. The deep roads?
The deep roads are where Darkspawn come from. They descend
Oh.
for miles into the earth, and we must patrol them constantly or be overrun. I lost my husband. to them.
Yikes.
If I lost my son the same way,
Oh, this poor lady. We shouldn't abandon him. I'll look for him if you want.
there is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
So I'll brave the deep roads. I'm a Grey Warden. That's what we do.
So you could do it. Only wardens
I
face
could.
the deep roads without a company packing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good Widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
Yeah, we will. Okay, the deep roads. I think I've heard about the deep roads. I think that's like the Fade, and a lot of people try to use mods to skip it. Oh, hello.
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
I didn't think dwarves believed in the
I'm
Maker.
Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
What permission do you need to open a
The
chantry?
Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
Do you want me to talk to him for
Oh,
you?
I'd hoped you'd say that. I
I'm
can
sure you
see
did.
The Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always.
If this chantry could help just one person as much as it helped me, it's worth any trouble.
Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Oh, Leliana. Let's not promise him anything. We don't know if we're gonna succeed or not. Okay. Oh, another exclamation mark.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Yes.
Looks like you're not from around here.
Why? Because I'm a human? Yeah, you could say that.
Wonderful. I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't
Well,
suppose
that's
you've
me.
heard
I'm
of
from the
something called
surface.
Circle?
Yes. The Circle of
I've
Magi?
been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Do you want me to ask
That
them?
would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Teventer Imperiums for Tikum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you
Oh,
know
boy.
the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Okay. There's no mages at the Circle. There's no mages at the Circle, so I don't, do I have to go back there and ask, even though there's...
Hello,
Let's just talk to her.
It's you, and it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the
No, it
circle and
hasn't.
back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said.
The Circle Tower is no
How
more.
can that be? There's always a circle in every human nation. All the books agree.
The mages were corrupted and had to be killed?
What will happen in the Mageborn now? They'll still need somewhere to train. They'll need a new circle and people to help them rebuild. I'm a smith.
Right.
I can build whatever they need. Did you tell them that? I'll go right
Oh.
now. I'll do whatever it takes just to be there. Thank you for asking. That's more than anyone else has done for me.
I didn't really ask. What's this? Dust Town. What's that?
Let me guess. This is where the poor people live.
Oh. Well, that's quite an assumption, Alistair, but it looks like your assumption is correct. Okay. There's a rich one. We'll get plenty for their kit once we cut them out of it. Alright, that's rude. Yeah, me and Leliana. That is my boyfriend. Yeah, get the leader, get the leader. Alright. Ooh, we decapitated the leader. We just made an example. Oh, who's this guy? Rogue Rog.
You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I'm Elena, a Grey Warden.
You looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could
What?
be I have that opportunity, especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
I'd have to hear what you're
No
asking.
offense, but your kings have some laws that don't make sense in a practical kind of world. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show
Oh.
her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin. who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
So he wants us to be drug pushers? It must be dangerous if you're paying so much.
For someone like you, I guess. Most dwarves born down here have a natural immunity. Other races, there are problems if they spend too long with the ore. The real issue is that lyrium's valuable. It's only found down here, and human mages can't work without it.
Oh, what would Elena do? I don't think Elena would sell drugs. I might have to not do this quest. It sounds like I wouldn't approve your kind of opportunity.
As long as you keep your eyes down and your mouth shut, we've got no further business.
Spare a bit for the needy?
Zerlinda.
Please.
Oh, is she homeless?
Spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean
Aww.
clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Oh no. Here's 5 silvers. Buy yourself a meal.
That a stranger would care so much when my own family barred me from their halls unless I'm willing to. But no, I can't bear to even think of it.
What does your family want you to do?
My father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a minor, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
What? That's horrible.
Abandon my baby. The Shapers teach that only children of true lineage exist, not those born casteless. But they never carried a child. He cries like any other infant, and smiles when he's warm and full. I can't kill him because of an accident of birth? An accident I forced on him?
Can't you just take your son to the surface?
I thought about that. They say there's no caste up there. That humans don't care about lineage. I've never met a surfacer, though. I thought it might not be safe.
I'm from the surface.
You've been kinder than any of my countrymen. Perhaps it's a sign. If it gives my son a chance to live, I will go. Thank you.
Good.
For opening my eyes. Perhaps I'll see you next in the light of the sun.
Oh, good, 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 good. Take your son and get out of here because, man, that's a terrible family. What kind of shitty parent does that? The deep roads, I don't know if I'm gonna look forward to the deep roads if I couldn't even handle the fade. So what's this? Oh, the proving. What is that again? I forget. Let me go ask. Let's go find out what the proving is. Ooh, cool. It's very Elder Scrollsy, like the Elder Scrolls dwarves. This very much reminds me of them. The architecture and stuff.
Good day, stranger. Welcome to the proving arena. We're still closed until the fighters make their preparations, but come back this afternoon if you want to watch the show.
What show?
This called a citywide proving this afternoon to honor King Endrin's memory. All the
that's
best
nice.
fighters in Orzammar will face each other in sight of the ancestors and win honor for their champions.
Oh, so it is like Fight Club. What's a proving?
I forget you surfacers do things so differently. The provings are where the best fighters in Orzammar prove their worth and the worth of their houses. Provings can also settle matters of honor. Whoever wins receives Valos Atreidum, the ancestors' blessing. Whoever loses is deemed unworthy. All judgments in the ring are final.
So it seems like they have a way to choose who's gonna be king. They could just fight it out. Sounds like fun. I'll come back then.
Enjoy our grand city.
Okay, so I'm not really seeing what the problem is. If they can't decide between the prince and some other lord, why can't they just duke it out here? I'm not seeing where there's an issue. They have a solution, it appears. Just fight in the proving. Fight to the death. Whoever wins, you know, gets the throne. Let's go in here. This is where the assembly is. Is this like the rich people, I'm assuming, since they had a dust town and this is called the Diamond Quarter? Whoa. This is so cool. Oh, Harrowmont's estate. I think this is who I'm supposed to talk to. Oh, Doolin. I can just walk into anyone's house, no matter what.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Doolin Forrender.
Oh.
Second to
Word
Lord
travels
Harrowmont,
fast.
King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against a blight.
And that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrowmont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
Stop playing games. This treaty compels you to help?
Asking the king of Orzammar to send armies to the surface, but Orzammar has no king and we have no army. Right now, the men who should be fighting Darkspawn are brawling in the street. If this situation is not resolved, we face civil war. If you want Lord Harrowmont's time now, you'll have to prove you have no intention of turning against him later.
Oh, shoot. So you would make the whole world wait?
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrowmont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down.
Why would your assembly care who wins some tournament?
It's a contest of the best warriors in Orzammar. By fighting, they show who has the ancestors' favor. If you were to enter the proving as Lord Harrowmont's champion, it would prove your loyalty beyond a doubt. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
I don't want to start picking sides.
Your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrowmont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind,
I want to talk to Balin, though.
The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrowmont could certainly use you on his side.
So let's go talk to Balin's person. I wonder where that's at. Where's the assembly? It's probably somewhere grand, right? So probably up these stairs. Chamber of the Assembly. Okay, here we go. Ah, here he is. Vartag. You're so little.
It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag.
Oh, thank you.
Top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
I need aid against the blights.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the
we have to go there
is
too.
That the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Battling the blight is more important than
No
politics.
one wishes this fight over more than Balin. But while it rages, Orzammar can spare no one to combat what may or may not be a new blight.
It's not may or may not. There is a blight happening. There is a blight happening. I swear it.
I believe you. But what are we to do? If Balin followed his heart and sent his men to aid you, Harrowmont would steal his throne. We would defeat the blight and return to find our homeland devastated by an incompetent tyrant.
And if you don't fight, your homeland gets destroyed.
Perhaps you could prove to Prince Balin your intentions are just. If you show you owe Harrowmont no fealty, I'm sure Balin would help you. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception.
Irrefutable evidence, which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Where did you get the notes?
It's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
Who should we side with? I'll find Lady Dace and Lord Helmy right now, I guess.
Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much. But Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at Tapster's in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Right. Oh. Hello. Is he following me?
Do you see how things lie, Warden? Lord Harrowmont cannot trust you unproven, but he welcomes a good faith gesture.
I still haven't decided if I want to help you.
The proving starts this afternoon.
Oh my god. He's just... Oh god. He's just following me. Okay, so I need to go to somewhere? This place, the Shaperate, right? Is that what that said? I really just want to do the quest that I have already.
Endrin was king and Orzammar was at peace. The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories.
How do you know who I
The Grey
am?
Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you.
I would like your permission to open a chantry here.
That is an odd request, especially
Well.
for one so new to our city.
Well, it's not for me. I come on behalf of Brother Burkle. a cleric of
I
Redcliffe.
thought so. This is not the first time he's made this plea.
Oh,
My
really?
answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. So I ask you the same. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition?
I don't know what I'm good at, so the Chantry's charities could be the Chantry's charities could greatly aid
Brother
Orzammar.
Burkle said as much. But Orzammar is more than capable of caring for its own.
Shoot. What harm could it do to let him
Wherever this
preach?
chantry has spread among humans, it replaced all beliefs preceding it. Were we to let these creatures into Orzammar, how long before the ancestors stop hearing the voices praising them?
But the chant must be sung from all corners of the world. I don't want to try to intimidate if all my other ones have
So far,
failed.
the world has done quite well without your maker. I am in no hurry to change that. Now, if there's nothing else...
Oh, shoot! Lord Helmy is in the tavern. Lady Dace Selman leaves the Diamond Quarter. So, I guess we'll find her somewhere. Around here. Hopefully there's a big arrow above her head. There's the Royal Palace. Oh, there she is! Good thing I looked at my mini-map.
What do you want?
Hey,
Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
you might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these? Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Of course. Where is he? I'll bring these
He
to
is
him.
leading a deep roads expedition, trying to
Oh,
secure
for
an
fuck's
ancient
sake.
tide. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him. The Dace family would be in your debt.
Oh, Christ. I'll go tell him.
He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this
Idukan?
map in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually, no one is allowed past the front lines. Good luck.
Oh my god. Dude. So we're definitely gonna have to go to the deep roads. Alright, let's go to the tavern and talk to Lord Helmy. I mean, I don't know who's good, who I should be siding with, because they're both politicians, which means they're both dirty, and this is gonna be a problem. But I feel like the prince should be the one that gets, he's the prince. He's literally called Prince Balin. Lord Helmy, hello, sir.
Lord Dennick Helmy, honored Desher of
Dennick.
the Orzammar Assembly, and terrible disappointment to my esteemed mother, who doesn't like me
All
spending
right.
time in taverns. You understand what I'm saying, right? On the surface, there are no castes, and it works fine. Am I right, Warden?
Well, I don't really know what the cast is, but you know me, word travels
You don't get
fast.
far as the youngest and most outspoken member of the Assembly without keeping an ear to the stone. I heard there's a Grey Warden in town. No offense, but you kind of stand out.
I'm assuming it's because I'm tall that I stand out. Your views on caste must be controversial in the
Very
assembly.
good. I guess someone already told you I was good for nothing, drinking my life away at tapsters. Or did they leave off at greatest shame to ever fall upon the assembly? I've always liked that one. You know, most smiths and tavern keeps would make decent dishers if we gave them a chance and a seat in the assembly. Orzammar are so mired in tradition, no one bothers asking if the castes are even necessary.
How does the caste system work anyway?
Badly. Oh,
all right.
Well,
Yes.
it's simple, I guess. The king and elected deshers of the assembly are at the top. Then it's the nobles. Then the warriors and all the craftsmen. At the bottom are servants. The casteless and criminals are below even that. Your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent. And that's where you stay your whole life, whatever your skill.
I still didn't really understand that. I'll have to Google because that made absolutely no sense to me. All I know is that casteless people are below servants. But this last sentence, your caste is determined by that of your same-sex parent, and that's where you stay your whole life? That doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, I have news. Harriman is double dealing you and Lady Dace.
Oh, well, I'd ask for proof, or why you care, but frankly, I'm so tired of it I'm not even surprised anymore. I didn't want the land, but my house would kill me if I turned it down. Responsibilities, you know. Now I'll have to go through the whole process of rejecting the deal. And we'll both have to try something else. And I thought it was going to be a nice day.
Why vote for Harriman if you didn't want the
I actually
land?
thought he was the better candidate. You must think I'm
Really?
pretty naive, huh? They're all the same, well-dressed, blood-sucking cave ticks. I'll have to inform
Yeah.
Mother that Lord Harrowmont hasn't bought our vote after all.
Oh, okay. So we did one, thank God. So we have to go to the deep roads. Oh no. Oh, did I not talk to Steward Bandalore? Okay, I guess we'll have to do that. We have to go back to the Diamond Quarter. Floor carving, what is this? Oh, a new codex. Cool. The layout of Orzammar. So do I just have a map now? Okay, so I have to go back to the assembly chamber. Did I go in there? Or did I go into the prince's estate? I cannot remember, for the love of God. I have the worst memory. So, where's he at? Do I just go in?
The assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Oh. Something's happening.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Alright, everybody calm down.
I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
I don't think voting's gonna work here.
Enough.
Oh!
The assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions.
Wow. Sir, I need to talk to you. So what happened? The quest the quest is completed. Oh lord. So we have to go to the deep roads. Except I can't finish this A Chant in the Deeps for whatever. Oh, he was right there behind me. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. You were so little I couldn't see you. I'm sorry.
This is the assembly of the clans. Only dashers and occasional guests of state are allowed in.
You don't recognize the Grey Warden?
Forgive me. I am so exhausted. I completely forgot about the message from the gate guard.
That's okay, I forget things
Welcome
too.
To Orzammar, Warden. I hope you can forgive our unrest. The loss of our king has hit us hard. Respect
I'm sure.
for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne.
A blight is coming.
But it will still seem distant compared to the empty throne. The assembly is blind to all else.
Why can't we just convince them to put their assembly nonsense aside and just help? Does this city not care that the world is about to end?
This is their world, and it ended when Endron died.
Is there any way I can break this stalemate?
I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and they are slow to trust anyone in these uncertain times. I only wish there was more I could do for you.
Ugh. Alright. Let's go to the deep roads. I don't know how to get to the deep roads. But I'm sure it's not through the Diamond Quarter where all the rich people live. How does one get to the deep roads? La-di-da-di-da. Here, this guy. Burkle, not Barilek.
Patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper.
I couldn't get him to see reason.
Oh, well, I should not have asked another to meet the challenge that the Maker has set before me. Best of luck to you, sister. May we both...
I'm sorry. I tried really hard. Okay, the quest is completed now. Now, how do I get to the deep roads? Oh, deep roads. Oh, it's behind the Diamond Quarter. Okay, so we have to find... I'm not gonna let anybody else die if I can help it. Oh, this is the deep roads. Mine's commander. Hello? Everybody get out of my way.
A human? Can we make these tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'll crawl. It'll be fine.
Past the front lines without Adesh's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
I'm looking for Lord Dace's patrol.
I see you have his daughter's seal, so I will not stop you. But be careful.
Thank you.
Just because the beasts have pulled back from Orzammar doesn't mean there are any fewer in the deep roads. Either we finally have the edge, which I doubt, or the beasts are building up numbers for the next attack.
Actually, they've made their move on the surface.
But I thought the vermin never went up that far except
during blights. Ancestors save us if that's what's happening.
Yeah, so you guys need to pick your king faster. Are Darkspawn the only danger in these tunnels?
Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into
spiders,
deep stalkers, and other vermin.
Deep stalkers? What are deep stalkers?
Ugly beasts they are. Walk on two legs, but they have the head of a worm.
Ah.
In packs. Watch out. They're not afraid to take on a group their own size.
Are there no dwarves past this point?
A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Oh boy.
Best of luck.
Thanks. Let's go. Ooh. Okay, so that is where I'm going to leave it for this episode. We arrived in Orzammar and discovered there is a civil war brewing because they cannot decide on who is going to be king. We still don't even know who we want to be king. I think we're siding with Balin since we're already here and we've already done one of the quests. I'm not sure who the best candidate is to be king, but the older guy seems to be a bit of a cheat. They're both politics, so they both are kind of cheats, as is in the real world they are. But we also talked a dwarf mother into going to the surface to help protect her son because her family wanted her to leave her son in the deep roads to kill him, to just be like a meal for the darkspawn, and that's not great. We don't want an innocent baby to be darkspawn food like Sten was left out in a cage to be, so we're not doing that. So we convinced her to go to the surface. Hopefully she'll go out, she'll live her best life, and all will be grand for her. We just arrived in the deep roads. We have a couple, actually I think 3 or 4 quests down here to do, so in the next episode we're gonna see what the deep roads are all about, and hopefully we'll rescue a child we're looking for, and Lady Dace's, or Lord Dace. We're looking for Lord Dace and his Dwarven patrol unit thing. So, if you're enjoying the Dragon Age content, please subscribe and give it a like. It is very much appreciated, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye!